Well, I actually was looking for a property in the area, and I really thought I'd only be able to afford a two-bedroom property. It had to be a flat. I really didn't think I'd expect to get one in Muswell Hill, so I was looking more at Barnes Green, and I went to Martyn Gerrard because I thought previously had a good reputation, and the first person I met was Daniel, who was incredibly helpful and immediately showed me a property which had 2.5 bedrooms, which I did not expect to see. And he then actually asked me to contact him. He was willing to take me there straight away, but I was thinking twice at that moment in time. I then contacted him later on in the day, and he actually brought me over, and immediately I walked into the flat, I actually felt at home. So this was one of the reasons why I actually went to Martyn Gerrard in the first place. Well, firstly, Daniel and Roland of Martyn Gerrard really gave me what I consider to be a very personal made a very personal effort on my behalf. There was no pressure whatsoever. They told me that I could take my time and make my own decision. And at the end of the day, their service was immaculate. We also agreed that the people who then accepted my offer were going to be staying in the property for another 3 months at least, and we came to a very amicable arrangement, and certainly Martyn Gerrard and Daniel and Roland did their best to keep me informed all the time. What was also unusual was generally you do not actually speak to the purchaser, but they had no difficulty in allowing me to do this. And I think as far as any buying of any conveyancing of any property goes, they actually ensured that it went through very, very smoothly, and they were very diligent in what they actually did and kept me informed all the time. I think other corporate organisations perhaps have a lesson to learn from this with regards to the recruitment and selection procedures, because I felt that the personal side of this was something that was second to none. The qualities I think that an estate agent actually requires is firstly to be patient and not to be pushy, and not to be thinking about the commission, but to be thinking about the person who is buying and the person who is selling, and try as best as possible, or as far as possible, to be able to try to find and tailor to that person their needs. As difficult as this is in the market, I felt that Martyn Gerrard, and particularly Daniel and Roland, went out of their way to ensure that this happened. And this very much differentiated, for me, their family business compared to any of the large corporate organizations. I would absolutely wholeheartedly recommend them. I feel that, in the few dealings that I have had, through my life with regards to buying and selling property, they are by far what I would say are, as far as benchmarking goes, would be right at the top of the benchmarking, and they are absolutely excellent, and I would have no hesitation whatsoever in recommending them.